Did you know that Indonesia is the world's largest archipelago with over 17,000 islands? From the shimmering sands of Bali to the ancient temples of Borobudur, Indonesia is a treasure trove of cultural and biological diversity. Nestled in Southeast Asia, it's a vibrant mosaic of over 300 ethnic groups, each with their unique traditions and languages. Its strategic location makes it a crucial hub for trade and travel. Indeed, Indonesia is a country with so much to offer, but how has its image evolved on the global stage? Going back in time, the global perception of Indonesia was initially shaped by its spice trade. The archipelago, blessed with a tropical climate and fertile soil, was the world's spice cabinet during the 15th and 16th centuries. With a natural abundance of coveted spices like nutmeg, mace, cloves, and pepper, Indonesia was a magnet for traders from every corner of the globe. The spice trade was not just about commerce, it was the driving force behind exploration, conquest, and colonization. Sailing through uncharted waters, risking life and limb, explorers from Europe were lured to Indonesia's shores by the promise of rich rewards from the spice trade. Among the many who were drawn to Indonesia's spice riches was the Dutch East India Company. Established in the early 17th century, it was one of the world's first multinational corporations. Its influence on Indonesia was profound and lasting. The Dutch controlled the spice trade, monopolizing the supply of precious commodities like nutmeg and cloves. They also introduced a system of cultivation known as the cultuurstelsel, or culture system, which essentially turned Indonesia into a plantation colony. The Dutch East India Company's dominance in the spice trade had a significant impact on how the rest of the world viewed Indonesia. The archipelago was seen as a land of exotic riches, a place where fortunes could be made. But it was also viewed as a colony, a possession of a European power rather than a nation in its own right. The spice trade brought wealth, power, and prestige to the colonial powers. But for Indonesia, it was a period of exploitation and subjugation. The country's resources were plundered, its people exploited, but the spirit of the Indonesian people was not broken. They endured, they resisted, and they dreamed of freedom. While the spice trade put Indonesia on the global map, it was not until the 20th century that the country began to shape its own image. Indonesia's journey towards self-determination was a pivotal moment in shaping its global image. With the dawn of the 20th century, a newfound sense of nationalism began to stir within the archipelago. The people of Indonesia, who had long been under the thumb of Dutch colonial rule, began to yearn for independence. Their struggle was a testament to their resilience and determination, a struggle that would eventually lead to the birth of a nation. The struggle for independence was not a straightforward one. It was a tumultuous journey filled with sacrifice, courage, and unwavering resolve. It was a journey that would be marked by the leadership of a man named Sukarno, a charismatic figure whose vision and determination would become instrumental in the fight for independence. Sukarno, the country's first president, was a man of the people. His charismatic rhetoric and passionate speeches rallied the people, inspiring them to fight for their rights and their freedom. His leadership was characterized by his commitment to unity, his belief in the power of the people, and his unwavering dedication to the cause of independence. The fight for independence was not an easy one. It was marked by violence, sacrifice, and a great deal of suffering. But the people of Indonesia, under the leadership of Sukarno, remained resolute. They stood together, united in their desire for freedom and self-determination. On the 17th of August 1945, their perseverance paid off. Sukarno declared Indonesia's independence from Dutch colonial rule, marking the birth of the Republic of Indonesia. It was a momentous occasion, one that would forever change the course of the country's history. The establishment of the Republic of Indonesia was not just a victory for the people of Indonesia, but a statement to the world. It signified the end of colonial rule and the beginning of a new era, an era of self-determination and national pride. It was a testament to the resilience and determination of the Indonesian people, a testament that would forever shape the country's global perception. The establishment of the Republic of Indonesia marked a new chapter in the country's history and its standing in the world. In recent years, Indonesia has emerged as a significant player in Southeast Asia and beyond. With over 17,000 islands and a population exceeding 270 million, it's no wonder this vibrant nation is making waves. As a key member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, Indonesia plays a pivotal role in shaping regional policies. Its influence extends not just to its immediate neighbors, but impacts the geopolitical landscape of the entire Pacific region. Boasting a diverse economy, Indonesia is a powerhouse in a range of sectors, from agriculture and manufacturing to the increasingly important digital economy. The country's economic growth has been nothing short of impressive. Since the turn of the millennium, its gross domestic product has more than quadrupled, making Indonesia the largest economy in Southeast Asia and the 16th largest in the world. This economic prowess has allowed Indonesia to step onto the global stage, wielding influence in international forums such as the G20 and the World Trade Organization. But it's not just economics that sets Indonesia apart. The archipelago nation is also at the forefront of tackling some of the world's most pressing environmental challenges. Home to the third largest tropical forest in the world, Indonesia has taken a leadership role in addressing climate change and conserving biodiversity. The country has committed to ambitious targets to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and has implemented innovative programs to protect its unique flora and fauna. Indonesia's commitment to sustainable development is also evident in its efforts to balance economic growth with environmental preservation. This commitment is seen in its policies promoting green energy, sustainable agriculture, and responsible tourism. Today, Indonesia is not only recognized for its rich cultural heritage and natural beauty, but also for its significant role in regional and global affairs. With its dynamic economy, strategic geopolitical position, and commitment to environmental stewardship, Indonesia is truly a nation of the modern era. Looking forward, the future holds promising potential for Indonesia's global image. With its rich cultural tapestry and strategic geographical location, Indonesia is poised to make its mark on the world stage. Let's delve into the opportunities that the future may bring. One of the most promising prospects for Indonesia lies in its burgeoning digital economy. As one of the fastest-growing digital markets in the world, Indonesia is quickly becoming a hotbed for technological innovation and entrepreneurship. This digital revolution is not only transforming the country's economy, but also reshaping its societal landscape, bringing about a new era of connectivity and opportunity. But it's not just about economic growth. Indonesia is also making strides in sustainable development. As the custodian of the world's third-largest tropical rainforest, the country is at the forefront of global efforts to combat climate change. With initiatives such as the Green Indonesia Project and commitments to renewable energy, Indonesia is demonstrating its dedication to preserving its unique biodiversity and promoting environmental sustainability. Now, let's consider the challenges. As with any emerging power, Indonesia faces its share of hurdles. Balancing economic growth with environmental preservation is a delicate act. Navigating geopolitical tensions in the Southeast Asian region is another complex issue. But these challenges are not insurmountable. They present opportunities for Indonesia to demonstrate its capacity for leadership and its commitment to building a more peaceful, stable world. To conclude, Indonesia's role in promoting peace and stability cannot be overstated. As the world's largest Muslim-majority country and a founding member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, Indonesia has a unique platform to foster dialogue and cooperation in the region and beyond. As Indonesia continues to navigate its path, its global image is set to evolve and grow, reflecting the dynamism and resilience of this remarkable archipelago. From its early days as a hub of the global spice trade to its current role as a key player in Southeast Asia, Indonesia's global image has undergone significant transformations. The archipelago has been a crossroads of cultures, ideas, and commerce for centuries, making it a fascinating study in the evolution of a nation's image. Let's revisit the highlights. We started with the early impressions of Indonesia, a hidden gem tucked away in Southeast Asia, rich in diversity and steeped in heritage. The vibrant tapestry of languages, cultures, and religions that make up Indonesia painted a picture of a nation bursting with potential. Then we traced the journey to independence, a period that saw the birth of a nation and the forging of an identity. Indonesia emerged on the global stage, resilient and determined, its image shaped by its struggles and triumphs. We also explored the modern era, a time of dynamic change and growth. Indonesia has evolved into an economic powerhouse, its global image further enhanced by its advancements in technology, infrastructure, and human capital. And finally, we cast a glimpse into the future, where the prospects look bright. Indonesia is not just resting on past laurels, but is actively shaping its future, carving out a niche for itself on the global stage. In the heart of Southeast Asia, Indonesia continues to shape its global image, embracing its past and looking forward to a promising future.